Yeah, well, you know what? So if you've known me long enough, my name in Spanish class was Paco, and now I speak Spanish and sell tequila. So there's a very few people in close circle that call me Paco. So I'd probably, if I was going to come up with an alter ego, there'd probably be some riff on Paco involved.
I like that. Yeah, you wear a mask, I think it'd be great.
I don't know how to fly like the guys do in Mexico though. But yeah.
It seems like you just let the rope do most of the work, and then you just kind of steer your body. Basically.
All right, I'm getting old for that, but okay.
Yeah. Some of those guys, I swear, they're in their 50s and they're still doing it. So I think you might be okay. I promise.
All right. All right.
Favorite band when you were a kid versus now?
Oh, you know what's weird is that it hangs around, right? The music,
yeah.
The music from like middle school hangs around forever. You know, I was a like Motley Crue, Metallica guy, and I still listen to Hair Nation. I have I have that in the car, and I listen to Hair Nation. I'm all about the Dokken and the Rat and the Motley Crue, and it hasn't changed in 40 years for some reason.
There we go. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of Motley Crue and Metallica on my playlist, and obviously some Pantera because they're from here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Who inspires you?
You know the people that. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say a name right now, but a name's not coming to me. But who inspires me now are people that are highly effective and have a great time doing it. Right? And it's sort of the easiest model you see. You know, I know you're a football guy or a wrestling guy, right? You watch an athlete that's intense and highly effective and kicking ass, but just loves the shit out of it, right? Yeah. And there'll be a massive collision, and then they'll laugh and they'll get up and they'll, yeah, let's do it again, right? I love that shit, right? I just love to just get it. I mean, I work every minute that I'm awake, and but I don't do anything I don't want to do. So why in the world would I not enjoy it, you know?
True. That's so true. Enjoy every moment you're awake. I like that. Now, what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
You know what? The flashes in my mind, I'd be like, you're okay. You're okay, man. It's going to be all right. You know?
That's not a bad thing to tell yourself, because even people nowadays need to be told, hey, you're okay. Everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. You know, 17 is brutal, man, I think. In some ways it's great, and in some ways it's brutal. And I would just like, dude, you're okay. It's all going to work out. Don't worry about it. No, no worries.
I love that. Now, if people wanted to follow you guys online, buy G4, go to the website, request it somewhere, how can they do all that?
Well, it's always at G4 Tequilas, on the Instas and the Facebooks and all of that stuff. Should be pretty easy to find us, and hopefully if you Google us, you'll find us pretty quick. That's G4 Tequilas as well. There is a map on the website that's supposed to be, every place you can find the product. That's challenging. Data in the liquor business is challenging. I mean, that's a whole other rabbit hole, but let's just say it's challenging. So we do our best to get that, to put that up. I mean, in most of the country, any good liquor store, a Total Wine or a Specs or a good liquor store, they're going to, at this point, know about G4. And to be honest, they're probably, they might not even put it on the shelf anymore. They might just post on Instagram when they get a delivery, and everybody runs down there and buys it. So you kind of gotta be in the, he kind of be got to be in the loop now, sadly, to get some. But that's where we're at.
That's a fantastic place to be, and I think a lot of people wish they could be in those shoes. That you're so wanted that they have to put it behind the counter or in a glass, case so that people don't
something.
Any rando buy it, and I guess get it back on the resale market.
Yeah, I don't think this G4 at this point doesn't even go into the glass case. They just keep it behind the case counter and put on Facebook that they got some, and everybody runs down and buys it. I think there was an article in Inside Hook magazine on Monday this week, and the headline was "Do whatever you can to find this tequila." I think was the headline. That's just where we're at. So it's beautiful stuff, and they're doing everything they can to increase capacity of production without screwing up the product, but that's hard to do. So it takes a long time, and everybody just has to be patient. They're doing the best they can.
I mean, waiting for your favorite tequila is not always a bad thing. That's why people love Christmas, because it comes one time a year, and you get super excited about it. And once it's here, and then once it's gone, you're like, when's the next one?
Yeah, and then the one thing Felipe always says is we make it to drink it. So when you do get one, don't hoard it. It's made to be drank. It's okay. It's not made to be collected, and that's not the point. Make it, share it with some friends and drink it. That's the point. So
exactly. Shawn, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to try to get my hands on some G4 and tell more people about it, because I know I've got enough tequila nerd friends as well that love it or love the tequila in general. So, yes, thank you.
Awesome. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you so much to Shawn for being on the show. Again, so much fun knowledge, not only about G4 Tequila, but about the tequila world in general. And again, if Dax Harwood wants to come on the show, we already talked about him here, but we can talk about him even more. Come on the show, buddy. I would love to have you. Even more in person. We can share some tequila together. I will fly out to North Carolina just to talk to you so we can share tequila and talk about pro wrestling. So, but again, make sure to sign up for our newsletter so you can find out even more about Shawn Miller, G4 Tequila, and all our guests that you get to hear on this show. And there's even some fun facts in there every week. So good times, and make sure to sign up for it. Also, while you're up signing for things, make sure to follow us on our social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD. On the Instagram, on the Threads, on the Twitter. We have a YouTube. We have a Facebook. We have a Reddit subreddit. And if you want to have any questions, comments, concerns, requests, whatever it is, send them over to brewserspod@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me directly, it is Roadie John. That is RODIEJON. Roadie John is the name on the Twitter and on the Untapped. So you can find out what I'm drinking. We can toast each other and cheers each other. Maybe we can have a beer together. Who knows? And if you want to send me an email, it is roadiejohn@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me on the Instagram, it is official Roadie John. That is on the Instagram and the Threads. It's the exact same thing. Threads is not actually impressing me. So, but we'll keep it around just because it's one of those things that you kind of have to have at this point. So while you're out doing all the fun things, make sure to drink local, enjoy life, and cheers.